Hey, what's happening guys? Welcome to this video. Today we are doing a long range flight of Stairway to Heaven in Oahu, Hawaii. This is one of my dream FPV locations. The place itself is just like an absolutely epic hike. And on top of that, like the history is super interesting. Unfortunately, they're planning on tearing down the Stairway to Heaven in the next I think year to 2 years, which is kind of sad. But while I'm out here, I wanted to do one last flight. Today I'm flying the GetRC Maz 7 FPV drone with a GoPro Hero 12 on top. I'm gonna be using the DJI Goggles 2 and then the DJI FPV controller. So without further ado, we're gonna send it. All right, we are off. And the battery that I'm using for this flight is an 8,000 milliamp hour full send lithium ion battery. I've been getting really solid flight times with that thing. All right, so wanted to do this flight at sunrise, but to be honest, it's almost always cloudy at the top at sunrise. So that's why you gotta kind of do it midday. So not ideal lighting. But I'm just gonna kind of fly up the whole entirety of Stairway. It's actually really sad that they're taking this thing down. It's just literally one of the most epic hikes in the entire world. And on top of that, the history is like insanely interesting. They actually, after Pearl Harbor happened, they actually built this as part of like a massive satellite array to intercept Japanese transmissions, and it helped win the war. So it is pretty sad that they're just demolishing it. I made a whole video on my channel with a bunch of backstory, like a little documentary about the whole story. So if you do want to go check that out, I'll leave a link up in the corner. But I'm just gonna follow the stairs all the way up. It looks like right at the peak. It seems like there's still clouds, unfortunately. So far, I can't really tell if they've started demo on the stairs. Like, it looks totally intact. I also just don't understand how they're gonna take these down. But yeah, we're cruising up. There's a little building up here in a second that we're gonna get to. And then after that, oh yeah, the satellite is actually not too cloudy. We're at 1.5 kilometers right now. Yes, there's that radio transmission tower. Cool, so I hope the clouds don't screw up our transmission, but I'm just gonna keep going. Staying on this right side of the mountain, just because I know that's within line of sight. It's getting quite cloudy, but I haven't got any bad signals on my service or anything, so I think I'm solid. Wow, it is so windy up there. All right, I'm just gonna do one little, oh wow, it's so windy. One little circle of the satellite, and let's do it. I'm just gonna circle around a little bit and kind of get a look at the whole stairway. Gonna climb a little altitude so you can see kind of where it starts all the way to the top where we were. Wow. And I do still have a little bit of battery left. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna fly over to this ridgeline over here and just kind of range test it, because I haven't actually flown this ridgeline. And I'm curious if I'm gonna get any range issues going all the way over here. I don't think so, because it's, what is it? Yeah, around 2 kilometers. But there's actually a trail all the way from the top of Stairway across this ridgeline all the way over. I've never done it. It's kind of a dream hike to do. But I think you can kind of see it if I just skirt this ridgeline. Wow. Yeah, and I do have to be careful because I just know part of this valley is not within line of sight. So I just have to make sure I can always see the neighborhood we're in because it does get blocked off by a mountain here pretty soon. So range and battery seems totally fine. Wow. That is a sick shot of the valley. Damn. All right, I'm gonna keep going just a little bit. Yeah, I am getting like some yellow bars in my controller. That's so sick. So I think on the next flight, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come up to that area and then I'm gonna surf this ridgeline and go all the way up to the top of Stairway and then loop around and go down. Yeah, it is so windy. But for now, I'm just going to hit a little dive on my way back, bring the drone back, and then plug in a new battery and get going again. Let's do this little ridgeline. That doesn't sound good. That was a horrific sound. Oh shit, this propeller is loose. I wonder if that was like that entire flight. Look at that. Holy shit. I can't believe that it made it back. Well, round two. What's happening, guys? In between flights here, I want to talk about something that I recently added to my camera bag that's been insanely helpful. If you're like me and you're on the road all the time, one of the biggest issues is keeping all your gear charged. Phones, laptops, drone controllers, cameras, everything like that uses a ton of power. Smaller power banks just honestly aren't enough and you can't bring the bigger ones with you, so Anker has introduced the perfect in-between, the Anker Prime Power Bank. This thing is the perfect size to slip into your backpack, and because it supports fast charging, you can charge your laptop, which is a huge benefit. It can charge a 16-inch MacBook Pro up to 50% in 28 minutes. While we're out here in Hawaii, we do a ton of work at different coffee shops and stuff, and with this power bank, I don't have to worry about being close to an outlet. I can hook up my phone, my camera, my laptop, and know I'm good for hours. It's also super helpful if you want to try to get work done on a plane, because usually plane outlets just don't work. When it's time to recharge, you can recharge the power bank via USB-C insanely fast, going from 0 to 100% in 37 minutes. They also offer a super rad wireless charging dock where you can just come home, set the power bank down, and you're good to go the next day. This is definitely something that I'm not going to be leaving home without anytime soon, so if you're interested in checking out more details, there's a link down in the description. All right, now back to the second flight. All right, we're back. Prop has been tightened and we're good to go. Stairway is looking super cloudy right now, but it just kind of is what it is. So we're gonna send it. All right, so like I said, this round, I'm gonna kind of circle this whole bowl here. I'm losing connection for some reason. Okay, I'm gonna try to circle this whole bowl here and stay within line of sight. There? Okay. All right, so actually super interestingly, in addition to Stairway to Heaven, there's also a Stairway to Hell. which is right on this ridgeline here. I can't get close to it on this flight, unfortunately, because it's not within line of sight, but you should be able to see it a little bit. That one is just super like grown in, and like it looks like apocalyptic Stairway to Heaven. But now, cool, so I'm gonna zoom around. We're right at this cloud layer, which is kind of cool actually. I keep losing connection for some reason in my goggles. I'm not sure what that's about. There we go. But now I'm just gonna zoom this ridgeline over to Stairway. If you've been following me for a while, you've probably heard about the LUTs that I sell, which basically just allows me to get that cinematic look to my footage. But if you're new here, basically I sell a pack of just 4 super simple LUTs that you can just put on your footage and get the exact same results as me. And if you're just interested in how I color grade, on the homepage of my LUT page, there's a video that I put together where I walk you through exactly how I color grade. So whether or not you want to buy the LUTs or not, link is down below if you do want to check that out. Alright, so you can kind of see the trail that goes in between. That would be so cool to do someday. But yeah, it really looks like Stairway is just uber covered in clouds. Oh wow, just hit an air current. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go as high as the clouds go and then just surf this little ridge line. Oh, I wish I could get up there. I'll probably turn back around once I get to the edge just to see if I can. Alright, and we have linked back up with Stairway. I think I'm gonna turn around and see if the top is open though. And it is certainly not. But I'm gonna climb all the way up to as high as I can go, back down the stairs, and then call it. I'm stoked we made it to the top last time. It's actually so hard to do. Wow, views on the other side are super dope too. Okay, this is about as high as I can go. Wind is just ripping. All right, let's do it. So stoked with this Mcgee 7 FPV drone. It's technically long range, but it handles really nicely. Wow, and these ridgelines just look so cool. I'm like still kind of chilling on battery, so I think I'm gonna go to the other side and just rip down that ridgeline. Again, I just have to make sure that I'm never out of line of sight. I'm getting weird connection issues right now though. Am I facing the drone, Nicole?
Where are you at now?
Like, kind of to the right a little bit. So like that? Okay. A little bit, yeah. No, I'm on the other side. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna cruise up here. I'm gonna see if potentially I can get a little bit of Stairway to Hell. I think it's without outside line of sight, but I could be wrong. Let's see a little bit of it. All right, yeah, I'm just gonna cruise down this. All right, that was quite successful. It's such a fun place to fly. I really hope they don't tear Stairway down. That would just be really sad. But I'm gonna head back and talk to you in 1 second. Let's go. And the GoPro's recording. Let's go. All right, guys, that is it for this video. I want to thank Anchor for sponsoring this video. Like I said, that power bank is super, super useful. So the link for that is down in the description. Links to my drone is down in the description, and links to my LUT pack as well is down in the description. And if you are someone who's more interested in learning about the history of the Stairway, because it is super, super interesting, I'll leave a link to my short documentary that I did as well. So definitely check that out if you're curious. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Peace. Oh my God, I'm so sweaty. Thank you to Nicole for being a wonderful assistant. How do you feel about FPV drones?
I think they're great at flying.
Stunning. See ya.